Hey, 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 everybody. Hey, hey, everybody. Happy Friday. I think we're getting people in here, getting people in. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Just going to wait a little bit for people to get in there. Excited to see everybody. Hey, hey, hey there. Excited to see everybody. Happy Friday. Excited for the conversation we're going to have today about shining bright from the inside out. So just going to wait for a couple people to come into the room. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Not the sunniest of Fridays, but I'll take it. I'll take it. A little bit of tunes for us to kind of get ourselves going. I think that was Josie. Hi, Josie. All right. We're going to have a fantastic guest today to talk to us about beauty and shining bright. Our focus for this month is health is wealth at His Chosen Sheep. So health comes in all forms and fashions. And so we have a great guest today to talk about health and just how you perceive yourself, makeup. So a little bit of tips and tricks as to how to get through this Corona season. So looking forward to it. Just invite your friends, invite people. Let's go ahead and also doing it on my end. Oh, actually make sure. All right. Cool beans, cool beans. All right, let's share. Awesome, awesome. I love you. Got the CV tunes, because you know I can't go nowhere without my CV tunes. That's a definite. You know how that goes. Wait, what happened to my CV tunes though? Hold on. There we go. I was about to say, well, okay. Invite your friends in. Invite people in if you can. Invite people in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just sharing it on my end. Hey, 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 hey. Come on in. Hey, Carlita. I see you there. Playing my tunes. Just inviting people into the room. I haven't seen Niasia yet, so we kind of working through it. There we go. We're going to get in there. All right, all right. Okay. Now let me just send a little note to everybody. Shine bright. I love you. I love you. Y'all going to have to bear with my singing skills. I haven't been on America's Idol. Awesome. All right, let's see here. We got folks are coming. Come on into the room. Welcome, welcome. Just sending out my invite. Bow. All right, full attention. All right, so just waiting for Niasia to come on in. Welcome, welcome, folks. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Niasia, I see you in there. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Sarah. Hold on, I think I see this request. Let's see. No. Hi, Mama Faith. I see you there. How are you? Awesome, awesome. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. I got my CV tunes on, but it's fitting. I love you. We love you guys for joining us today. And this is all about loving ourselves, so that's why we are here today. And we are just waiting on Miss Niasia Boyd. She's going to be our guest today. We're going to talk about shining bright from the inside out. How health is wealth during Rona and what we can do to kind of keep ourselves looking our best inside and out. So we're going to be talking to her today. Niasia, did you send me? Let me see. Let me take a look here and see if I see your request. Niasia, if you're there, just send me a request. Oh, let me see. Actually, oh, here you are. I found you. I'm going to add you in. Never mind. Here we go. I sent you a request. There we go. Awesome. Hey. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Trying to get situated, but I'm good.
Do what you got to do. Let me turn my music off because I was like, I'm here jamming.
How are you?
I'm well, and yourself? Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I think I'm ready now. Okay.
Good. I know, girl, it's the right angle. It's like, I know how that goes. Awesome. You look fab.
Throw some lashes on so I ain't look crazy.
No, listen, that was a whole new experience for me.
How did you like it?
But I mean, at first I was kind of like, so for a guy, for y'all that don't know, Niasia did my makeup for a recent photo shoot, and I was just like mouth hanging open. I don't know about this. I don't know. So at first I was like, this looks very foreign. But like as the time went on, I was like, oh, okay.
It fits you so perfectly. It's like you've been wearing makeup all your life.
And then people were like, oh my God, because it wasn't a norm for me. So when people are seeing me, they're like, oh my God. So
did they like it?
Oh, people were loving it. I think
amazing.
It took other people loving it for me to be like, wait a minute, let me get out of this like it looks weird to me type deal. But it looked good. It looked good. So thank you.
With makeup, I always tell girls, I get a lot of first timers that have never had their makeup done fully and completely. Right. And most times they're scared, but they're not scared because of what they'll think. They're scared of what others will think. So I always tell them, if it make you feel good, rock it with confidence. If other people don't like it, oh well.
That's great. I love that piece of advice, and I think it fits so well with what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
We're talking about shining bright from the inside out. And seeing ourselves the right way. That's right, Carlita, the perception. Yeah. And we have Niasia Boyd, founder of Snatched By Nay.
Hi.
MUA in the New York area, or New York City area. I mean,
yep.
But
in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx.
She repping. We're definitely gonna make sure that her tag is on there so you guys can connect with her after today. But we just have a lot of information to chat with you guys about, and want to make sure that in our month of talking about health is wealth, the chosen sheep, there is a lot that goes into it, but it also means taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
To be able to do that.
I'm huge on.
Yes.
Self-care.
So with that, let me give you the floor. You introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself so we can get the show on the road.
I'm Niasia. I am 31 years old. I have a daughter. I currently am a full-time freelance professional makeup artist.
Yes.
And I just recently started my own cosmetic line, which I'm going to be debuting maybe like the end of this month, early August. Not sure yet, but I'm not going to share the name yet. But it's coming. I have right now, I'm selling lip glosses that are mostly for for brown girls. I created new colors for brown girls because as a makeup artist, I've been a makeup artist for 12 years. And as a makeup artist, it's very hard to find certain colors for brown girls. So I said, you know what? If I can't find it, I'm going to make it. I'm going to create it. So that's the path I'm on right now.
That's amazing. You just took that inspiration to do that. That is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you got to have a love for it to even dive that deep. But I'm actually making these products with my hands. I'm putting the color in. I'm smashing up different palettes and different colors. I'm sifting, I'm mixing, I'm lightening, I'm doing all type of stuff to get what I want from it. So it's definitely a lot of love and care put into my products. But I genuinely just love makeup, period. Like, I'll do makeup all day, every day, and won't complain. It's truly a passion of mine. So I'm content with my career.
Yeah. And I think you hit the nail on the head. A lot of it is passion, because sometimes people go into things not necessarily knowing the why behind it.
Right.
They're doing it because they get a paycheck, or, you know, there's a number of reasons why people do the things they do. But I think the key thing that you said there was you were very passionate about
passion. I always push people to do what you love, like do what you're passionate about, because when you do it, it won't feel like you're doing something foreign, or it won't feel forced. It'll just flow, you know, it'll come out of you, and the money will come. I always tell people, if you do what you love, that money will come. People stress about money so much. Yes, we need money, but when you're doing the right thing in life, that money is going to come, whether you breaking your back or not. If it's passion, it's coming.
That's so true. And I think you don't even notice it. Once you kind of get flow and you get into your grind and it's something you love, when it starts to come, when those, you know, the return starts coming back in, at that point, you're so into what you know, deep into what it is that you're passionate about. It's a blessing that is an extra on top of what you're doing. So that's amazing. So you talk to us about you hit that perfectly. Sometimes the money will get you distracted and you have to do other things. Tell us a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur, getting to this point. I know you said you've been interested in makeup for a long time. It's the passion. Like, how, you know, because sometimes we'll see A and then people will see B, and they don't realize
the road that it took.
Exactly.
Okay, so I started doing makeup when I was 17. I grew up very, very religious, and we weren't allowed to wear nail polish, tips, nails, makeup. Like, we were allowed, the most we were allowed to do was hair weave and braids and stuff like that. But there was just certain things that were off limits, and makeup was one of those things. And when I was younger, I used to say, I'm going to be an artist when I grow up, but I wasn't the best at drawing, and I wasn't the best at painting. And I didn't have a passion for it, but I knew I wanted to do something artsy. Like, I wanted to create, I wanted to do something. So I kind of just let my sister put makeup on me. Okay. And when I was 17, she put on mascara and like lip gloss and like just little things, and it just set me off. Like, it opened up a whole new portal. Wow. Before I started doing makeup, I was doing hair full time.
Okay, so you kind of transitioned.
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't passionate about hair. Okay. I did it because I was good at it, because I knew to do it. But when I found makeup, it was over. I was like, I don't want to hear nothing else about anything else. I took a nail course as well when I was younger. Right. Hated it. I also, what else did I do? I did a couple of things. I can do a lot of things, but I'm passionate about makeup. So once I got introduced to makeup, it kind of just like snowballed, and I just started to create. I just started doing it, like brows. I was doing everybody in church brows. I had them laced, okay? They was coming in here snatched up in the brows. But yeah, it was a really good experience. And then I just started to dive in. When I started doing makeup, we didn't have YouTube. I had Google and I had magazines. So I had nothing but my talent. I had to practice to get where I am.
And some folks today,
listen, the younger girls, I respect it. I respect the hustle. The younger girls, they're learning how to do things because of YouTube. I respect it. I wish I had YouTube. Like, I'm not threatened by that.
It's a resource.
So once I started diving into that, I got my first job working at the body shop. It was when they first introduced makeup to the company. And I did so well there. They taught us everything we needed to know about makeup. Wow. So it was, you know, it just kind of set me up, and then it just kept going higher and higher from there. And when I turned right before I turned 25, I was about 25, 26, I got pregnant with my daughter. After I got pregnant with my daughter, I said, I'm not working for nobody else. I got a job at Staples, and I was on the second week there. And he brought me on the floor, and they was about to train me. And I just said, I turned to him and I said, listen, I appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate you taking out the time to interview me. I said, but this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm going to have to quit. And
Look at that.
And I said that I was going to work for myself. And I mean, I'm blessed to have the support where I was able to do something like that. I'm so grateful for that. Right. And I was just able to start working for myself. And I built my kit, and my clientele got better. I started practicing more, and I'm like, you know what? I know that I'm not meant to work for anyone else. Let me go ahead and tap in. You know what I'm saying?
It's so good that you say that. I mean, I think one question that I would ask you is, so in that moment when you know, like, I'm about to get trained for Staples and I don't want to do it, I know I have responsibilities, I know I have a child, that element of fear that comes in right then and there, that can be such a struggle for people. So how is it, how did you overcome that, knowing that you had this passion, you had this drive to do for yourself? Like, how do you address that?
The one thing I would say is your gift will make room for you. And that's scripture, that's Bible. Your gift will make room for you. My mom used to tell me that all the time. People used to tell me I got prophesied to, I got prayed for, I got all of it. And it's just simply letting go and trusting the talent that God has given you. Whatever your gift is, just trusting that this is what he's instilled in you. And whether you make $100 tomorrow or $5 tomorrow, just know that it's going to set you up. It may not be quick money. It may not be a steady check, but God's going to take care of you, and it's going to take care of you. Your gift will take care of you. In that case, it's a do or die. Like, either you jump or you don't. That's what I got about that. I feel like there's no other way to explain that.
And I think that's so inspiring, because I feel like there are a lot of great visions and ideas that people have. Yeah. But they kind of, get stagnant at that point where I'm afraid to move forward. And like you had said before, earlier, like you had made this mention about, it's not women being afraid of the lashes, it's being afraid of the perception. So exactly. In this sense, it's, afraid of the what if after the fact.
Yeah. You be afraid.
That's amazing. I think that's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. My phone
go ahead.
For a second. Let me move it over. I have to put it back on the charger. It's like I said, it's more so of a do or die. Yeah. Like, you either you take this leap and you succeed, or you stay at that 9 to 5 and you're miserable, And I'm a very passionate person. And if I don't feel it, if it don't do nothing for me, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. If it doesn't bring me joy, if it doesn't motivate me, I'm very weird about who I follow on Instagram. If it's not someone that motivates me to do better, be better, I don't follow them.
Weird. That's selective.
Yeah.
I need to know that I'm gonna get poured into the right way.
Yeah.
So exactly. No, I completely agree with that. We do have a question. Okay. Here is asking, so how do you still take care of yourself while hustling to make these things happen? So you kind of decided, I'm moving on, I'm starting my business, I'm going to do what I need to do. Of course, overcoming fear, overcoming obstacles, that's going to be somewhat stressful. You're dealing with. So how do you take care of yourself in that process?
Okay. So, like I said, it all has to do with support. I've had a great support system. So I've never really had to walk in fear, and I'm so blessed, because that's not everybody's story. I would just say, just have supportive people around you, especially if you're going out on your own and you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to, do something that you love. The support system is what matters, because if you don't have people that don't believe with you, don't believe in you, and don't support what you're trying to do, it can stump you and it can delay you. So the support, like, I just had great support.
Right. And so in the process of like having, because, I believe me, my son is, thank goodness, in his 20s now, but I was a teen mom. I knew what it was like to have the drive to want to get things done, and had to learn the importance of self-care. What best is, and what that means to me, how it looks to me. Some people, it might be, I need a whole day at a spa. Other people, it might be else. So for you in this process, especially as this month we're really focusing on, your health and how that can ultimately lead you to be wealthy, what would be your how-tos as far as like the best way to self-care, rest, things that you did as far as starting this business, learning how to like best take care of yourself in the support system?
Well, what I will say is I had to learn balance. I had to learn what was for me, what wasn't for me, what atmosphere was for me, what atmosphere wasn't for me. I had to learn, you know, who to keep around me, who not to keep around me. I had to learn, number one, my faith. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And spirituality to me is everything. You're going out on your own, because what I am learning in entrepreneurship with starting my own cosmetic line, that this road is lonely. And people don't see your vision, and they don't see what you're trying to do. They might not believe in it. You know, people don't believe in things until it's huge. Right. That's okay though, because you know, that's their fear. That's a them thing. Right. But for me, I have to stand clear of that, because if I want to elevate and I want to do better, I have to make sure that I have people around me that believe what I believe. Yeah. Like you can't sit at a maybe table. You got to sit at a, we're going to do this table. Exactly. Like, this is what I'm doing. Not, well, I'm not in it until you really in it, until you get big. Exactly. Right. Exactly. So who you surround yourself by, that's important. I just try to keep my atmosphere clear. I try to keep good people around me, supportive people around me, and I pray. And I ask God to lead my way. You know, that's huge for me. Spirituality is huge for me. And that's about it. That's all I got. And therapy. I'm in therapy.
Listen, that was a post that we
talk
did
it out.
I was like, listen, therapy is the real deal. Whether
I'm telling you.
It will help you beyond measure. I talk to God and I talk to the therapist.
I've been doing therapy for a year. And it's helped me tremendously, not just as a woman, but as a mom, as a friend. You know, I want to be different. I want to be better. So good. So good. Definitely helps.
Thank you for that. Yeah, we're going to be coming up next week. Well, within the next few weeks, we'll be having some therapists on. So, I mean, it's a good
great. So I can't wait to tune in, because I push everybody toward therapy. And
it's such a stigma in our community that it's like, it's not a bad thing, but I think it's a perception that needs to be changed. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
So as everybody, just to kind of give an overview again, we have Niasia Boyd, I was going to say Niasia Boyd, who is the founder of Snatched By Nay.
Yes.
And makeup artist from the New York City area. Did my makeup, love it. I had to kind of get myself acclimated to looking at myself like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so what we wanted to do today is talk about how to let yourself shine bright from the inside out. We're talking about the different elements that she just mentioned, therapy, your atmosphere, to kind of help you shine. And now on the outside, we wanted to have maybe some kind of tips and tricks. We're going to have a little bit of time to just do a quick overview, maybe a small tutorial as to how to, but she's going to give you guys all the information as to how to get to her YouTube and her Instagram so you can learn more, watch some more videos. But let us know, Niasia, what is it that we need to be doing during this time for Rona? What are the best skincare things? Some of us are not all the way outside getting sun.
Right.
That is not my testimony. I be there every day. But I be trying to be dermatology safe. But yes, give us some full-on as a professional makeup artist. What would you tell us as far as just keeping ourselves, you know, on the outside, shining bright, doing what we need to do to be healthy?
Okay, so I would recommend, I'm trying to see what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing more skincare things.
Oh, yeah. Please share.
Especially taking care of my body. Like, I've been trying to be more healthy. I've stopped eating beef and pork. And I'm just trying to create a habit of like washing my face, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, keeping it cute. But every once in a while, I don't wear makeup every single day, but every once in a while I will put on makeup, and it's just to make me feel good. Whether it's sometimes Instagram for pictures, you know, go to Snapchat, take a few filtered pictures. Like, I recommend that everyone puts on some type of makeup at least once a week, just so you can see yourself differently. I think that that's a form of therapy. I think that it does a lot for your confidence. I always tell my clients, come back just because, you know, just if you're feeling down, come get your makeup done, you know, make yourself feel good, take yourself out on a date, you know.
And I think that's something you even told me, you know, not to interrupt you, but during our session, you were, you know, because I was over here nervous, like, oh my God.
Yep.
And I remember you saying that, like, it's amazing. It's something you should do all the time. And it made me think, like, yeah, I don't do this enough to really appreciate what it is until after I was done. And I was just like, wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's always the transformation for me. I've been doing this for 12 years, and every time I do my makeup, I'm just like, wow, you are so gorgeous, girl. Like, I'm just like, I be in the mirror like, listen, after my highlight is on and my contour is on, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm a new woman. I'm the baddest. Don't talk to me.
So you talked about toner. Like, let's talk about toner, because I think toner, people sleep on toner.
I love toner. You could do toner by itself.
Yeah. So for someone that's never used toner before and is kind of learning first time, what does it do? And like, how often should you do it? And like, is there maybe like a good kind to use?
Okay, so I use for toner. Okay, I'm gonna give you my skin regimen. Okay. I don't use anything store bought. I mean, like, you know, like Neutrogena or and I don't use any of that because I feel like for brown women it doesn't do our skin well. Some may disagree, but in my experience, it's done nothing for my skin. I've tried Proactive, I've tried all of those, and it's not for our skin. I would say keep it simple. I use the raw black soap.
Like African black soap
on the in front of the stores on 125th.
You love that African black soap.
Exactly. I buy the big raw. I have a really big raw bar, and I have a face brush, and I rub my face brush in it. I wash my face, rinse, and then I do toner. I have witch hazel as a toner, but I also have there's this girl, one of my clients. She started a skincare line. It's called More by Destiny More. And she has this skin brightening serum that is amazing. Like, it tightens your pore. I'm gonna send you guys the link. It tightens your pores. All up in here, I have really big pores, and it tightens my pores. And right before I do my makeup, I put that on. Then I moisturize with either cocoa butter. Cetaphil, something that's very lightweight on the skin. I don't need a lot of moisture because my skin is oily, so you have to use something that's lightweight, not too heavy.
Yes, that's good to know. For oily skin, you don't want to use something that's really heavy. That would.
I don't recommend for oily skin. I don't recommend a heavy moisturizer. I recommend a lightweight moisturizer because you don't want to overly. In my experience, it's made me break out. If I put on, my skin is oily in my T-zone. If I put on something that's too moisturizing, it breaks me out. If it's just a light moisturizer, it does me good. Like, it's.
So that's good to know. Like, and that's about like kind of learning your
skin.
Like, you know,
just like I don't mean to cut you off. Just like Black people don't. So a lot of Black people don't moisturize because they say, "Oh, I'm oily," and not just Black people. All people, most people. They don't moisturize because they say I'm oily. But an esthetician, her name is Ashley Webb. She taught me that if you moisturize, you'll be less oily because the moisture cancels out the oil.
And people don't. So
we're supposed to moisturize even though we are oily and I did it for a week. My skin was so supple and soft.
Really?
And oh my God, every day I moisturized and it was amazing.
Awesome. So what do you feel about, I think you had mentioned, I know you mentioned coconut butter or coconut oil. Did you say coconut oil?
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter. Okay. Yeah. I tend to use coconut oil. Like, that's my regimen. People don't even believe it. I have a child that old.
Yes.
I do it all the time, every night, twice a day sometimes with the body. Now with toner, so usually the process is you wash your face, toner, and then moisturize with.
Yeah.
And you're saying as a regimen, something to do daily, do it weekly? Like, what would you?
Daily.
Yeah.
Daily. Especially if you're a makeup wearer, every day.
Right.
And I do recommend that you do a face mask once a week. I use the Aztec clay powder. And
do
I
you put
mix it
apple
with
cider vinegar or do you?
I mix it with apple cider vinegar, and
Okay.
baby, when I say it pulled everything out, everything,
Girl, I
all
felt
of the
like
black
the Terminator.
it
Not
is
the
not a
Terminator.
joke.
What's that movie? I felt like the Predator. After I put it, like I felt my face hardening.
It was so tight, right? Just
Right.
can't even talk. Lips be all spread out. But
That's
it's
amazing.
so good. Once I rinse it off and I tone and I moisturize, everything. Once a week I do that because it's really strong.
Yeah. And that
it's
you can
really
buy
strong
on Amazon for those that are looking. It's like a bentonite clay. And it's an Aztec bentonite clay. And you're supposed to use, you don't use metals to mix it because it said on it, you don't have to use metals. But I put apple cider vinegar on it. And I also do it on my hair.
Yeah, it's good for your hair too.
Yeah,
it's good for your skin all over it's good for your body and your hair, but I hear it's really good on the hair.
It works I only do it once a month on my hair, but like if you use a lot of product and that kind of thing, kind of just cleanses it all out. But it's that same property. You can feel that tightening, and I'm like, my scalp is like, what's going on? But my hair be looking beautiful after that.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, right?
Yes.
Right. And speaking of looking beautiful, so Niasia's going to kind of talk with us. We probably don't have the time to do like a full tutorial, but she's going to kind of give us, I think we were talking about possibly maybe eyebrows, because we know we're all wearing masks nowadays. I got my little, got my generic. So this is about what people see. This is all people see.
That's it. Just right here.
So you have to learn to work the magic from here up so you can smile to people. So we're going to talk about eyebrows, what to do, how to do it. And this is good for me because my eyebrows are like crying for like, hey, they're not growing. This is what they are. So I'm like all for learning how to make them look sumptuous.
All right, I got you, girl. All right, so I'm not even gonna teach you guys how, because this is what I teach my students. I teach lessons, and I teach sometimes one-on-ones and some makeup artists, and I always teach them to, everybody is on this carved brow phase, and it's cute, it's pretty,
it is,
but if you don't know how to
that's me.
Yeah, if you don't because I meet a lot of people that are like, okay, that next step, I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can. Because
I'll look around, I'll be walking around looking puzzled because my eyebrows not looking the same.
Listen, but at least you able to admit, like, listen,
right,
that's not for me. So I always teach them, listen, learn how to fill in a brow without having to carve it. Because if you know how to fill in a brow without having to carve it out with concealer, you'll be good, because you could just throw some brow on and go. You don't have to do that whole step because that's time consuming.
Yeah.
So I always
you said learn how to fill out the brow without having to
do the concealer around.
The concealer, so that's okay, like the shaping part. Okay.
Basically, yeah. So I'm gonna show you how. And before I was concealing brows, I remember I told you I used to actually arch brows in my bathroom.
Okay.
Arch the saints' brows.
The saints.
And the saints, because they was in there getting their brows done for church just to sweat it off. But they was in there. They was dedicated. Arch the brow. I would cut it first, and then I would fill it in.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been doing this for a while.
Okay. So we got the pro with us today. So you're basically starting, and a lot of these products, we're going to share a lot of our websites so you can kind of figure out what to use and what they suggest to use. But clearly you're starting with a brush.
Okay. So this brush, this pencil is Ruby Kisses. And this is my favorite pencil to use, my favorite eyebrow pencil to use, because the color payoff is very natural. It's not too much.
Okay, that's good.
Which I love.
The natural look.
Which I love, which is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I don't like it to look too harsh or too dark. Yeah. That's not really my style. Okay. Sometimes I like full brow, but not all the time.
Okay.
So the first thing we're gonna do, you can get this you can get this pencil from the beauty supply store.
Okay.
And it's only like $2. So
we're gonna listen. This is a cost effective session that we're trying to do.
Okay, because I'm all about cost effective. What you say? What you call it? Cost effective. I'm all about cost effective. I'm what they call cheap.
Frugal. Frugal.
I am cheap, and I believe in a bargain and a sale.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is just fill it in. I'm gonna line it. I'm gonna get the outline of my brow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fill it in. I'm gonna show you how to naturally fill it in.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna start at the bottom.
Yep.
Let me know if you can or can't.
No, I can see you. And guys, make sure to throw in questions if you have any. If you any.
Yes, ask me anything.
Yes, this is the time. Definitely throw it in, because I'm learning right along with you. This is great.
Okay, now I'm ready. My mirror was a little dirty. Okay, so we're gonna start at the bottom of the brow.
Yeah.
And remember, I'm just making my shape, just getting my shape.
Amazing.
Very lightweight. I'm not pressing too hard. Don't press too hard.
Right.
Soft. Very light pressure.
And a steady hand.
That's it. Not too crazy, right?
Because you know I'm over here like.
You gotta take your time. You gotta go slow. Like you gotta go over. Okay. Yeah. So boom. Right. That's the bottom. We're gonna do the other side too. Right. I always do both at the same time so that I can make sure that they are the same length and height.
And for those that may have comments, like I have friends who have done this and they may use tape, like they use different types of things. Put your comments, your tips in about your own regimen in the comments, and we can kind of all take a look later.
Somebody used tape.
Yeah, she was like, she puts the tape to kind of help her line it up. I was like, oh.
That is dedication.
Yeah, I was like, that's why at first I was like, this may not be for me. I was like, this.
Okay, so we do the bottom, and then I'm going to do the top.
Awesome.
Light pressure, nothing too heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm just feeling. You can kind of see that my eyebrow hairs are like,
Yeah.
And then.
I definitely, you can see.
Yeah, and then you kind of like just connect it to the bottom part.
My goodness.
And then you lightly brush upward with the pencil. So
you made that look so easy, okay?
But it's that simple. People make it so hard. It's so simple. And that's it.
That looks good. I mean, that.
And then you take your brush and you brush through it. And then you just fill in whatever you feel like needs to be filled in. It's pretty simple. It's not that hard.
What? So what about, we have a question Carlita was asking too. So there are folks who may not have like a lot of eyebrow hair. So and in my case, like I have a very thin eyebrow. Mm-hmm. Do you do, like, what would you suggest for something like that? Should people always do that thick? Should they do it thinner than that? Like what would you, or people who
it depends. It depends. Yeah. That question is tricky because it depends on how wide your face is, how
so there's a lot of
forehead is. Like you kind of gotta like decide. But me, I think everybody noticed that my style of makeup is more so like I like full brows. I like bigger, fuller brows. That's my style.
Bigger, fuller.
Mine's are invisible. They are not invisible.
I know she's over here. And so somebody else is asking, while you're continuing on, how do you know what color pencil to go with? That like match color thing can be tricky.
But see, this is why I recommend certain products, because I would trust you to go and get this and get the color and it work for you, because the color payoff is what's good. But to answer that question, everybody's color is different as far as pencils. So to answer that question, I would say it depends on I would say don't go too dark, like not anything black, and even close to black, maybe like something between like like not dark brown, but like right before dark brown. If you're like my complexion. Of course, if you're darker in complexion, you can do a dark brown, or even this one is called a black brown, but look what color it gave me.
I know, it doesn't even look like it's that dark.
It's like the color of my eyebrow hair.
Right. And it's so good that you point that out, because when you like at first glance, you'll think, oh, it's black. Like, and I went and bought a black, pen one time to do it. And I was like, I look so angry. But it's because it was such a darker color.
I look so angry. I can't.
Not only did I do it wrong, but it was such a dark color. But it's so true. Like, You have to pay attention. What did you say?
do.
Color
You do.
payoff. That is such a good term. Color payoff.
I would say test it before you buy it.
Yes.
Scribble a little bit on the back of your hand and see if it kind of like match the hairs of your brow.
Okay, yeah, no,
that's what I would say.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good advice. That's good advice. And what was the name of the one that you have now that you're using, just in case?
This is Ruby Kisses.
Ruby Kisses.
Yeah, you can get this.
Beauty
they
supply.
make nails and they make a bunch of stuff. Beauty supply store.
Okay.
A lot of my products I get from the beauty supply store, because not just because of the price, but I like the quality, I like the color, I like, but I'm not cheap. I'm cheap, but I'm not cheap. If it's good, I'll spend the money.
Listen, frugal where it matters.
Right.
That's the point. Okay.
Boom.
And so now we're on eyebrow number 2.
We're on eyebrow number 2.
Eyebrow number 1 looks so good. Like, I can't.
And you do the same thing. I just try to make sure it's lined up really well.
Yeah.
Just make sure you can see my line. Now, see, if you get it perfectly on, when you're drawing it, when you're doing a concealer, let's say you want to clean it up and make it look perfect with the concealer, you'll have less work to do.
Okay.
That makes sense?
No, but it seems like, definitely, I can see the aspect about the concealer. But, you might just have a steady hand because you've been doing this for a long time.
That's what it is.
Because mine don't be looking, I be looking like Helga from Hey Arnold. And for those who have seen Helga from Hey Arnold.
Not Helga. Don't come for Helga. Helga.
I don't want my eyebrows to be like Helga though. I love it.
I love Helga.
Yeah, I love it. Look at that. It looks amazing. And so Carlita was asking, shall we always do eye first?
Okay, so that's a great question.
Yeah.
I get that question a lot.
Yeah.
I think that it depends on, so if you do more dramatic makeup like me, eyes first is a good idea, because you don't want to have a lot of fallout. Let's say you're doing a smoky eye and you've done your whole face, right? You might be baking underneath and everything, but you do that smoky eye. Black is messy. And if you don't know the proper way to clean it and get it right. It's over.
Then you got like raccoon eyes and somebody done punched you somewhere. I get it. Yep. I've been there before. That's how I know.
That's when raccoon eyes come, and it's over after that.
I love it. And so after this, it doesn't even look like you even need to clean it up. It looks like that was like a 5-minute, not even.
Nope. All right, so I'll clean it up for you guys just to show you the potential that it has after you've, carved it. After you filled it in and stuff.
And guys, while she's doing that, of course, we have her handle there listed. To check out her page. She has a YouTube where she can give you more videos. We're only doing eyebrows because that's what time is going to permit today. But smoky eye, there are a couple of other things that, again, when we are in this season, you got to make it all count.
Period.
So highlight.
Make those eyes talk.
Exactly. So then definitely check out her page to get some more details. But we are learning as we go.
Period. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of concealing. My favorite concealer to use to carve my brows, clean them up, is LA Girl.
LA Girl. And you know what? I think people sleep on LA Girl because
I love LA Girl.
They've been selling that for so many years in CVS and Sally's as well. And I think I used lip liner when they did it, when I used to buy lip liner, but I'm like, concealer from LA Girl. I'm gonna check that out. I
love it. It's so good. The coverage is good. The color is good. Like, they're bomb. And they're one of my favorites. There are a lot of like thicker concealers coming out right now.
Right.
I like it, but I like medium to full coverage makeup. I don't like it to be completely covered. Like, I like to still see my skin a little bit.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes too, when you get too much caked on, you're losing yourself in the process.
That's when it's like you look in the mirror and you're like, who
is this?
Who are you?
And then the work. Exactly. I see some videos, I'm like, I just don't have the time.
Exactly, the time. A lot of women don't have the time, so they just don't. because they
I
don't have
love
to.
it. I am Chris Ive. You said LA girl is the holy grail. That is
Yes, it really is.
yeah. No, see, that's good. Definitely LA girl. You can find in many stores, y'all. In case. Now let's watch this because this is the part that I'm like,
So what I use is
watching a movie.
I use a flat rounded brush. Some people use an angled brush. Some people use all kind of stuff. But I like to use this because it gives me the precision that I want.
Love it. Mama Faith, hilarious. She needs all the notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Carlita had mentioned earlier too. I mean, you like your skin seems to be very radiant. Yes. Is it? Do you have a foundation, or is it like your regimen you were talking about earlier, the African black soap with the cocoa?
What, for my skin?
Yeah. She was asking if you had foundation on because it seemed like your skin looks very
Oh
radiant.
no, I don't. Oh,
You
girl,
see?
don't give me hype. Don't give me hype, girl.
It's that I'm telling you that like African black soap, cocoa butter, cocoa oil combination.
So good. So good. I love it. I love it. It's so simple. I'm a simple girl. Like I don't want to do all of the face mask and I don't like that. Like whatever works, I'm not touching it if it works. Don't fix it if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like leave it alone.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Because people ask me and I'm like, I go to the essential body herbs spot around the way. They always have the big block of African black soap, cut it up in pieces.
Boom.
And that's what I use.
Period.
From my son, when he was a teenager, I said, this is what you need to use for your acne. And it would work for him. Oh, look at that. Amazing.
That's the bottom.
That's the bottom. Okay.
Now, hold on, wait. I'm a little uneven. Now, see me, I'm a perfectionist.
You got the eye.
I'm a perfectionist. Yeah, I can see it. Like, that's a little off.
To me, I'm like, that looks great.
Like, people will get out my chair and I'll, like, bring them back just to fix something. That's how real it is.
I think it looks great. And so that's the bottom. And this is the color that, like, you've picked. It's a tone for you that you.
Yeah, I mean, I mix some colors together because I don't have the color that I usually use. But yeah, I be mixing colors, whatever makes sense, as long as it have that orangey yellowish undertone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm doing the top brow. The top of the brow now. Y'all don't pay attention to my lace. I got my wig too far up. I just threw it on. Just threw it on and went. It's on my forehead. It's on my eyebrows.
Do what you gotta do. Okay.
So you do this too.
The precision, I tell you.
Yep. And you cut that, boom. Then you cut it right down the middle like that.
You're so good. I would have probably painted over my eyebrow, looking like I had one of those, like, people get them eyebrows shaved on purpose because it's like that look. I'm like, this is amazing.
I got faith in you. I believe that you're going to do well.
I am walking in faith that I'm going to try this and it's going to look good. And so this is the blend.
Kind of like just buff it away. I have a buffer brush and I just kind of like buff it away.
Yeah.
Now, see, if you didn't like do your brows good, then as far as like filling them in well, then it would have been a hassle. It would have been a task. So
making this look simple.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does too, it's giving you're definitely the shining bright. Like it's giving you more of a illuminated look, which is like, I love.
That's why I choose the lighter color. Some people choose to do it like skin color. Yeah. I like the lighter color because I like what it does under my brow. Like I like that freshly done highlighted look under the brow. That's for me, Some people don't like that, but I do.
No, I think that's great. I definitely think that's great. Because the trick that I was told before is that, so once, mind you, like I said, I don't do my brows like that. I'd be doing a little bit of brush, but then like, who was it? It wasn't, I forget the name of I bought it at Sephora, but it was like a highlighter that you put right underneath your eyebrow to kind of give it that like glow look. I think Fenty has a brand like that as well. Is it Tate? I don't remember what it is, but it's like if you highlight above and you highlight underneath just to kind of make it pop. But it's like this makes it just the same.
Yeah.
And not having to do the most. I think that's so good.
And then what I do is to make it even more fire.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just do brows and I go, you know.
Okay.
I'll like put some moisturizer on and then that's it for me. So the other thing that I do is I take an angled brush and I'll dip it in like brown powder.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of just fill in what I may have erased or like fill in what I feel like I need to fix. Something like that.
Awesome. And so that usually, if you're not touching your face, because it took me through our makeup session, like, don't touch my face. I had to like learn not to do that. But like, if you leave that alone, that is usually a long lasting brow. Like it'll be there for the entire day until you kind of wipe it off. Yeah.
That's exactly what it'll do. Stay right in place, won't move, won't bother you, nothing.
Well, guys, now let's just pretend that she had there you go. The eyes are saying it all. I love it. Look at that. What? It looks good. Look at it with the eyelashes. You better say that stuff with your eyes.
Lash and brows. That's all you need.
Lash and brows. I love it. I love it. Thank you. So it looks great. I agree.
Thank you.
It looks great. I'm like, and it was like seamless. This would have been a much longer process if I had. I'm just letting you know. Like this would have been a much, like no foundation, nothing else. All she did, we all watched it, just a little bit of pencil. And she did the extra by cleaning it up. Normally she would have been boom and I'm done. And look at that.
And that's all you need. I feel like you can keep it super simple. Like people think that makeup is this big hoopla, but it's not. Actually, what I've learned within the last year is that less is more. So these days I don't do as much makeup as I usually would. Like I'll do maybe a swipe of foundation, spread that around, and everything else is just like highlight and contour. I like to look more bronzy and glowy than like plastered with makeup. That's not my style.
The cake.
So yeah. It's simple. I put some eyelashes on, throw some brows on, and just, you know, make sure you wipe away the lightness. Don't go out looking crazy, you know, light over your eyes and then everywhere else is regular skin tone. You know, you kind of blends it away, blends it out. And then
well, I am forever grateful for putting me on the lash game. I am forever grateful for that because I was like, oh my God, I kept blinking and like, these are my own. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love lashes. Lashes are everything. Lashes will change your whole look.
Oh yeah. No, it definitely is.
Elevate your whole look.
I love it. Thank you so much, Niasia. We appreciate it today.
You're welcome.
So everybody, we have tagged Niasia's name on the bottom there. I can't. Don't go around. It's crazy.
She's going off.
I can't. We have tagged Niasia on there, founder of Snatched By Nay. Feel free to go to her Instagram. She has more videos. I'm going to go check out the smoky eye because I'm about the smoky eye business. I want to go check that. So she is going to just give you some more information about all that she's doing. And she definitely did say, I believe there is a line coming at the end of the month. Is that correct?
Yes. My makeup line is coming.
Can you let us know real quick what kind of products it'll be?
Huh?
Can you let us know what kind of products it'll be? What products are you expecting?
So my cosmetic line, mostly it'll be more geared toward supplying things from makeup artists, like different products that I find that I can't find as a makeup artist in the field. I'm going to create them. That's my plan.
Oh, okay.
So it's mostly geared. It's going to be regular cosmetics, but it's mostly geared toward makeup artists, like supplying things for makeup artists, like foundation and you know whatever I choose to make. But more so that, but I have regular products for my supporters and, you know, whoever wants to buy and stuff.
Check it out.
So I have a lot of things coming. I'm so excited about it. This is a new journey for me because being a makeup artist is, you know, freelancing. It is a form of entrepreneurship, but I'm actually starting a full company. So that has been so up and down and it's rewarding and I'm excited about it. So I can't wait.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the journey. It's like the part we talked about in the beginning is just the passion and then the aspect of like doing for you.
Yeah.
And so I commend you for that. I thank you for like this wonderful lesson that you've like given to us and like made it look like, but
2
also
seconds,
dropping
right?
nuggets about entrepreneurship and wanting
Yes.
to do for you and moving beyond the fear.
Mm-hmm.
So that is such a critical lesson, no matter whether it's you're a makeup artist or
no matter what it is
or whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I mean?
My number one right now, my number one advice is,
yeah,
you either gonna jump or you not.
Listen,
you damned if you do and you damned if you don't.
You see that, y'all?
You have to jump or
Jump.
not jump.
Take
But make
the
a
jump.
choice and be confident in that choice and trust your gift and trust that process.
Yeah.
And it'll make room for you.
That's right. Makeup by Andrea move. It's all about making that move. So thank you for all the wise advice today.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to try this eyebrow thing. I'm not going to send you a picture.
Try. Practice. I always tell everybody, it looks so hard, but if you practice often, you'll get it. Eventually. And then you'll get it to your liking. So do it. Even if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, do it anyway. Just try. Practice.
Practice. And coconut butter and coconut oil. That was the key takeaway, y'all.
Oh, you know what else is good?
What?
Shea butter.
Ooh, listen, Carlita knows all about the shea butter.
For the skin, that's what Carlita said. But I've seen it on other people, and I was like, I have to get me some shea butter.
On the face, though. Shea butter on the face. Right, okay. I've always felt like, okay, it's good to like put it on your skin, rub it in the areas, but like it's sensitive. It's good enough even for sensitive areas. Awesome.
It's good for the face. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for having me. You
are welcome. Awesome. You are welcome. And so as I was just to wrap up, guys, again, this month we're talking about health is wealth. Today we talked about shining bright. Look at Carly, the shea butter, baby. I can't.
That's right. That's right. Her skin is flawless. It's beautiful. Carlita's skin, oh my gosh.
It's that shea butter.
Everything.
Like, I got a fever. Let me put on some shea butter. No, but thank you, everybody. We were talking today about shining bright from the inside out. Thank you for joining us. Make sure next week, Chosen Moments, we are back at it again. We are going to be talking, as we mentioned earlier, a little bit of it, but we'll give you some insight throughout this week. We have some therapists coming on. We're going to talk about the importance of health. And making yourself wealthy, but like getting yourself right
mentally.
That mental health
is everything. Investing in my mental health was the best thing I did for my life.
And you are not the first person to say that. There have been a lot of people that said that investment in that time and effort,
worth it.
You will get a return on that for years and years and years.
Worth it. I'm telling you, worth it. It's so worth it. So worth it. I'm excited. I'll be tuned in.
Yeah, tune in. We'll send you guys all the details about the therapists that are coming on. And just, if you have questions throughout the week, things you want to know, send that over. We'll make sure that we kind of can get some of that stuff answered. But again, thank you so much, Niasia, for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Carlita. Thank you to you. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys are amazing. I'm inspired by the both of you. And I pray that this just goes up from here for the both of you and your company. This is amazing.
We received that. We sat in the chair and was like, oh, yeah, we're going to have her talk. Yes. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Love you guys. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.